Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's starting 11 for your Phoenix Rising Football Club. Goalkeeper, number 14, Chihiro Odunze. Number 4, Akbar Boy. Midfielder, number 10, Hope Abayevu. Forward, number 11, Gunnar Studenhoff. Midfielder, number 12, Charlie Dennis. Midfielder number 13, Jean-Marie Bourseau. Defender number 20, Luke Diassi. Number 33, Jackson Gainbridge. Number 47, Noah Ross. Number 16, Jacob Irwin. Number 30, Alexander Alexander.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Modelo, and it's round number 1 of the Prinx Tires USL Cup as two Western Conference foes go head-to-head in the Valley of the Sun. It's Phoenix Rising and Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. I want to welcome you high atop the pitch here at 38th and Washington. Killian McClatchy, my partner, as always, Joe Lowry. Excited to be back here. A little cup action in the midseason, a lot on the line here tonight. Going to be see a little bit of a different squad from one of the two tier behind us.
Yeah, for Phoenix Rising, really the theme tonight is youth. 4 different Phoenix Rising Academy players in the 11 tonight. Very, very eager to see how these kids perform.
Well, certainly. We're going to start with our Circle K players to watch. We're going to start with this visiting Colorado Springs Switchbacks team. Adrian Perez, he scored last week. This is a Switchbacks club. They're really trying to find their footing and kind of lay some groundwork for going into later in the season.
Yeah, Alan McCann could not have been more complimentary of Adrian Perez, the former Lou City man coming into this team to really be the straw that stirs this Switchbacks drink. So clever with that left foot, able to make plays out of midfield, can score the occasional goal as well. We saw that last weekend in the big win over Monterey Bay for this Colorado Springs side. Perez is the danger man in the midfield for this Colorado Springs side.
He certainly is. Over on the other side, you mentioned we see a lot of new faces, a lot of young faces and names. Jathan Irwin is our player to watch, youngest starter in club history tonight.
Yeah, Irwin is a player that Phoenix Rising are very, very excited about. He might just be the gem of this academy crop. We've seen really talented young players play in the past for Phoenix Rising, but Irwin, with his size that doesn't make it seem like he's 15, his technical ability as well, this will be his first start tonight after he debuted early on in the season.
We're going to watch him, and you mentioned some of those really young stars that have come up through the academy. It's been a real big kind of talking point and a real big focus for this Rising club. You see Jathan Irwin, youngest starter tonight at 15 years old. but it's not like a surprise. Anthony Capatillo, he scored earlier this season, and he was 16 years old. This is not something new for Rising.
No, it is sort of a youth revolution that we're seeing now, not just this season, but over the last couple of seasons for Phoenix Rising. And Pamadou Ka, the manager of this side, has really helped bring some of this to the forefront. A real believer in giving opportunities. Without opportunity, you can't get experience. That's what Pamadou Ka talks about all the time. Potential does not become something more unless you give it a chance. And that's what we're going to see from Rising tonight.
Well, we're going to see the potential, as you said, out on the pitch. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with starting lineups, kickoff, and everything else as we get ready to kick off round number 1 of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Excited for this one. Don't go anywhere. We got soccer coming up next.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more.
Billy, I need help with a clicker.
Yeah, one second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay, just,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
Tonight's broadcast of the Prinx Tires USL Cup is brought to you in part by Carvana, ASMC, and America First.
Dollar Beer Night here at 38th and Washington, presented by Modelo. It's the Prinx Tires USL Cup, round number 1, Rising and Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Here are the starting 11. We're going to start with the visitors from Colorado Springs. Pretty standard and straightforward 11 for head coach Alan McCann.
Yeah, Alan McCann has gone with what we expect will be that 4-3-3 formation. We're going to see the veteran Juan Tejada up top for what is a far more veteran Colorado Switchback side.
Over on the other side, here's the 11 for Phoenix Rising. Gunnar Studenhoft up top, and plenty of youngsters, as we said, scattered throughout.
Yeah, Jathan Irwin, that right-sided central midfielder, as we're expecting tonight, but plenty of other young Phoenix Rising Academy players as well. 4 of those Academy products in the 11 tonight for Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, you want to look at the average age of the 11 for Phoenix Rising, 21.8. Colorado Springs, 26.8. A whole 5 years difference in just the 2 teams' starting 11s. As we get ready to get underway, and we're going to give you Lowry's Lowdown, presented by Peoria Nissan. Joe, is the car shown up yet?
I think we're still waiting on the car, but I'm hearing it's going to be any day now. As we look through this for Phoenix Rising, This is the Colorado Switchbacks team that likes to high press. And so navigating through that press, this Colorado team having the highest average defensive action in the entire USL Championship, that's going to be crucial tonight for the home side. And for Colorado Springs, this is not a first choice Phoenix Rising group, a little bit of rotation tonight after a busy couple of weeks. But also, this is a Rising group that can still hurt you. Whenever you talk to any of these opposing managers around the league, you hear about how afraid they are of this Phoenix Rising attack. For Colorado Springs, and that means being attentive in defense from minute 1 to minute 90.
We are officially underway with round number 1 here in Phoenix. Prinx Tires USL Cup. This is a separate match. This is not a regular league match. All the stats will be separate as well as the records. If you want to look in championship play, these two teams separated by just a point. Right now, Phoenix Rising 9 points. They currently sit 6th in the West. Colorado Springs right behind them. Good first touch, little knock in towards box as an opportunity goes by the wayside for Colorado Springs early.
Yeah, and you're already seeing how aggressive Alan McCann's team is going to be on these restarts. Juan Tejada crouching at the edge of the box, ready to go and press the ball carrier as Colorado Springs try to match up in midfield as well.
Ball sent forward, long run for Phoenix Rising. Do you want to look back kind of at how these two teams have been playing? Last time out, Phoenix Rising a 3-0 drubbing down in Miami. And what you said, it was a long week, 3-match week going from coast to coast. Started here in Phoenix as Gunnar leaps up and takes that one to the chest. But ended up the midweek U.S. Open Cup match against San Jose. They ultimately fell 2-0 and bowed out of the Open Cup before having to go all the way to Miami and handled things really well, especially thanks to a brace from Isan Sacco. Potmar Boy gets his head to that ball. Settled down, swung all the way over to Johnson. Johnson, good little layoff as this one chipped towards the back post, but over the goal. Now for a goal kick.
Yeah, there is opportunity for Colorado Springs down this near side. It's Noah Cross, the youngster, the academy product, and Hope Aveyevu, a converted attacking midfielder turned winger, that are tasked with manning this left side for Phoenix Rising. Not maybe the two most stalwart defensive presences there. There'll be some opportunities for the visitors down that side.
Aveyevu getting his first touch and lays one off. Jackson Gaden working forward. Alexander Balanzar de la Cruz. Noah Cross, one of those academy players, gets one of his first touches of the night. Our boy and Luke Biasi, the two veteran presences, flanked on each side by the youngsters. That ball, a little bit of a poor pass taken away, as there'll be a foul, and they're going to stop. Will be a free kick to Colorado Springs. This is a Colorado Springs team that they're coming off big week last week themselves, 4-1 victory over Monterey Bay. As well as an opportunity, as there is Alan McCann, the head man for Colorado Springs in his first season. They've got a big match coming up next. They've got Colorado Rapids of the MLS in the round of 16 of the Open Cup after a thorough beating of Sporting Kansas City a week ago.
Yeah, confidence-inspiring performance there from Colorado Springs against that Kansas City team. A comprehensive win in the Open Cup, keeping themselves alive in that competition. Also giving themselves a chance to go up against an in-state rival. This is a Colorado Springs team that has some real continuity from last season to this season. You think about Nat Mahoney in the middle of that back line. He's a real continuity piece for this club. But you also have reinforcements up the spine. You think about Frank DeRoma, you think about Sam Williams, Adrian Perez. This is a new midfield group for this Colorado Springs team to go with some of the pieces that are many more familiar faces in this visiting group. Colorado Springs refreshed and having some success in the early season as a result.
Bronco played off, gets the ball taken away though, as Cross does a nice job defensively. Hesitation from the youngest starter in club history for Phoenix Rising, Jathan Irwin, who's on the ball, and he'll play back to the captain, Potmar Boy.
Yeah, Irwin, you talk to people around the club, he's a player that they really like. A player that they think can become not just a regular contributor to the first team down the line as he continues to grow and mature, but also can go on to do bigger and better things in the soccer world as well.
There's a ball played through as it finds its way to Gunnar. Gunnar hesitates. Gunnar gets around the defender, goes down. Not much there. The fans in that north end don't agree with the sentiment from our head referee, Trevor Wiseman, but the right call nonetheless.
Well, and that's how quickly things can happen for Gunnar Studenhoft. So athletic. You'll be hard-pressed to find a more athletic player in all of the USL Championship. Goes from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. It's that last touch that often ends up evading the striker in just his second professional season, but still a player that you cannot afford to turn off against.
Poor touch by Levante Johnson as it's out for a throw-in. Gunnar from the Cayman Islands. Professional debut last season, scored 5 goals in 9 starts with Huntsville City, and has already been a contributor for this Phoenix Rising club. There's a ball placed nicely on the foot for Charlie Dennis. Potmar boy trying to get around Tejada. Balanzar back to Potmar boy. Potmar boy nearly loses the ball, but sends it back for Odunze. Certainly one of the names Pamuduka and this Rising faithful are very happy to see back on the pitch, and that's the captain, Potmar boy.
Yeah, Marboy is so crucial to what this team really wants to be. They want to be this aggressive, pressing group that can go and deal with balls in over the top, and Potmar boy is the player that really allows them to do that with his athleticism and ability to sweep up in behind the back line, making just his first start of the year tonight after getting back on the field last week.
There's Pamuduka, calm, cool, and collected, sitting in his usual spot on the nearest side of that Rising dugout. Ball trying to switch sides. That one got caught up in the wind a little bit as Hope Avievu chests it down to himself. Avievu hesitates, look for somewhere to go. Little 1-2. Ball played over the top. Lots of space for Charlie Dennis. Dennis with one touch. Going to try and cut back. Dennis goes down. They say all ball, and Dennis fired up over that decision as he hit the turf hard. Ball knocked around. Takes a deflection off of Avievu. He's now coming back the other direction. Perez played forward. Odunze comes out off of his line to sweep it clear.
And Charlie Dennis still upset about that no call. A lovely outlet ball from Hope Avievu to Dennis on that left side, and Dennis trying to cut the ball back before serving it into the box. Just doesn't end up getting it out from under his feet. You'll see the cut back here. A little bit of contact there from Aiden Rocha, it looked like, but not enough for the referee.
I think Dennis has a fair argument, but obviously tough one to see in the moment. Sent over Johnson. Johnson tries to get around Cross, and he does. This one chipped all the way through. Cleared away from the edge of the 18. Perez wants to go for a goal as Perez fires that one too high.
Yeah, and that matchup on the near side, again, we're seeing Colorado Springs try to break down this near side. Levante Johnson, the 27-year-old former leader of the Vancouver Whitecaps of Major League Soccer, he is somebody that can very much push the ball past you. Noah Cross has dealt a really difficult assignment here, trying to deal with Johnson 1v1.
Sent out Potmar boy for Odunze, who sent it out towards midfield, headed out. Still right along the edge of the touchline. So done by Rising to keep it in play. Biasi trying to coordinate some traffic. He gets that one through. Finds the foot of Avievu, who starts to press forward. He's got Cross to his left if he wants it. Avievu, we're going to cut back inside for Charlie Dennis. Dennis on his right foot. Over to Balanzar, who once the shot gets deflected down as Dennis boxes out, keeps the ball at his feet, goes down again, and this time he will earn the free kick in a very dangerous spot for Charlie Dennis.
Yeah, that's excellent work there from Charlie Dennis. Playing in a pure attacking role tonight, as we've gotten so used to seeing from the Englishman. Does so well to keep that ball in a tight spot. It's the strength from Dennis to deal with the man on his back. Turn and draw contact there from Adrian Perez. And Phoenix Rising now have a dangerous set-piece opportunity.
You have to imagine the lefty Charlie Dennis will be going for goal right here. As Colin Shuttler tries to organize the wall in front of him. See where Dennis wants to go with this one. Whistled in, Dennis. Left foot, threw it, left foot, and it just a hair off target. A good chance from the Englishman, Charlie Dennis, and you can see how close he felt he was.
Oh, that's the right idea from Charlie Dennis, trying to go up and over that wall to the right of Colin Shuttler, and doesn't end up missing by much.
One more look at it. So dangerous. Set piece specialist and just wide of that top corner. Shuttler comes out, boots it deep. Shuttler in his first season being the stalwart between the sticks for Orange County SC for the prior few seasons. Very good goalkeeping room for this Colorado Springs club. As Odunze comes out and scoops that one up. You got Shuttler with the experience. Obviously, as he just said, coming from Orange County SC where he was very good. And Christian Herrera, he's one of those guys that they really like what Christian Herrera does. Unfortunately, missed a few matches, been unavailable, but hoping to get him back sooner rather than later and having two really good options to throw out there at any given time. Rocha. Back for Daroma. Mahoney presses forward. And off to the left, this one crossed in, and that one missing the target the entire way. Tejada had a lot of space in front of him, but couldn't put it on target.
Yeah, it's a dangerous look there from Juan Tejada. Phoenix Rising breathing a sigh of relief there. Tejada, a close range shot, a difficult one to execute. But again, Colorado Springs having success coming down the wings. We've talked about this near side. Noah Cross dealing with Levante Johnson. You've got Jackson Gayton, another academy kid for Phoenix Rising on that far side along with Balanzar. Two youngsters on that far side trying to deal with these wing progressions from the visitors.
Biasi going to stop and turn as Odunze waits. Tejada was right in his face. Long ball played through. It's a foot race. It is going to be won by Gunnar. Gunnar wants a shot on goal. Shuttler denies it. Big save from Shuttler as you saw the 0-60 from Gunnar. As Colorado Springs trying to evacuate the pressure and taken down. There'll be a foul and a free kick.
How good was that just a minute ago from Gunnar Studenhoft? Such a dangerous opportunity going over the top of this Colorado Springs side. Off of the long ball out of the back from Phoenix Rising. Shituro Odunze just corks that ball over the top. Studenhoft can't quite direct it past Colin Shuttler, but how simple of a Route 1 outlet for this Phoenix Rising group. This is something that they can take advantage of, Killian, especially. No Patrick Kukowski between the sticks tonight. It's back to Odunze in between the posts. Odunze not as clean with his feet in those short passing moments, but he can hit a ball over the top, and we just saw it a second ago.
There's a yellow card on that foul from Alexander Balanzar. Rocha stopped and turned away by Hope Avayevu. There's 15 minutes. And tonight had some chances for both sides. This first round of the USL Cup. I'll play it a bit too long. It'll be out for a throw in to Rising. Goes up, one down, played over. It'll be a foot race now to try and get to this one as Avayevu unable to get to it. And we'll be out. It'll be a throw into Rising. Rocha not happy about that decision as he and Hope came together. Impressive first 15 minutes, Joe, from this young Rising club. Being able to withstand the moments of pressure and apply it themselves.
Yeah, and that's been the thing that stood out, I think, the most, Killian, is how this Rising group has looked dangerous in the attack. Not a first choice front line, no Isan Sako for this Rising group tonight, given how good he's been up top as that number 9. And yet this group is still finding ways to get forward and create chances. The direct play really has been such an asset for the home side.
Fjellberg, who knocked that one down. Biasi looking to ready for this long throw into the box. We've seen more of this season from this Phoenix Rising team. Biasi, long toss in towards the near post, looking for the head of Dennis. Not able to get there. Morsu wants it off the volley. And he'll just play it all the way back. Aiden will send it in. Shuttler leaps up calmly with 2 hands. To Roma. Starts to speed it up. Gunnar right on his tail and likes to take it off of his feet. Roma. Bird goes down. There'll be a foul, and it will be a free kick right at the edge of the 18 for Colorado Springs.
Yeah, that's Jackson Gaden with the challenge there. Just minutes after we saw Balanzar commit that yellow card foul. Both of those young Phoenix Rising right-siders tonight have been under pressure even from the early goings.
Setting up very dangerous spot. And it will be Perez, the man to take this right on the line of the 18-yard box. Odunze comes out to position. Perez going for goal, and Odunze leaps up, gets a hand to it, and sends it back.
Yeah, that's good positioning there from Chituro Odunze. The big frame, simple save to push that ball up and over. Well positioned. See Perez trying to go up and over with that left foot. Routine save there from Odunze.
It's a little more routine when you're 6'7".
That too.
It helps. It helps. First Carvana corner kick of the night. Carvana, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Drive you happy. Ball going to be sent all the way back, and it's out for a goal kick because Odunze wants to go quickly. The Weiser is momentary is tonight's Spooner availability report. A lot of names on there for Phoenix Rising. Rafa Shihu's still working back. Same as Darian Rivera, the newest signing. Mambaji trying to get back in as Colorado Springs. And Johnson tries to feed one through. Nicely done, though, by Morsu to step in front. Now Dennis trying to get away as he shoulders off Levante Johnson. The strength by Dennis. Dennis chests that down, clears it away. Ball rolls around. Gaden gonna stop, get himself a little bit of space. Back into the captain, Pop Marboy.
Yeah, we saw that injury report just a minute ago, and it's a huge reason why we're seeing 4 of these academy options for Phoenix out on the field tonight. Of course, a little bit of rotation due to the nature of the cup competition, where these results don't count towards regular season table, and so it's a competition that different clubs are going to prioritize differently. Alan McCann told us earlier in the week that they're always going to value the regular season first and foremost. You're seeing some of that with a little bit of rotation in this visiting side as well, but Phoenix Rising between the cup side of things and this mounting pile of injuries, you see a much younger Rising lineup, even for a team that's become known for being a young outfit.
A little slow, gingerly moving after he was pulled down the back of the kit by Perez. Balanzar turning his way backwards, finally gets it off to Irwin. Irwin, lovely move to get himself some room. Irwin tries to feed it through. Gunnar with a lot of room, but it's not going to matter as the flag's up on the far side.
Some clever play, though, from Jathan Irwin. Having switched wider on that right side out of central midfield, good composure. Again, just 15 years old. Irwin so far looking relatively comfortable against much older players.
And saw a little bit of time for a few minutes earlier this season. Obviously making his first career start. As we mentioned, youngest starter in the club's history. As to Roma. back in behind with his back to Potmar Boy. Feed it through and has to play it all the way back to Foster. Talon Maples. Rocha for Johnson. Johnson comes through. Dennis weaves around, and there's a foul. There's a little too much contact as Charlie Dennis was trying to squeeze his way through.
And Dennis has had his fingerprints all over this game tonight. We're seeing him at times have the license to drop deeper into midfield from his more attacking position. He's then coming back to help make the game, whether that's in build-up or even in those more sustained possession moments. Dennis has been bright tonight.
Like we've been watching, just seeing him, he's kind of had a bit of free will to roam around the pitch. We've seen that a little bit in the attack, especially as Colorado Springs sends this one forward. Fjellberg trying to weave his way through. Balanzar meets him, and nicely done by the two youngsters, Balanzar and Gayden, to close off that attack. Touch that deflects off, and now Perez. Perez will chip one over to the right wing, Johnson. Johnson working on Cross. Cross staying right with him, though. Johnson has to peel out. Rocha gets his way around Cross. Now Avayevu comes over to try and help out. Avayevu ripped to the ground, and it looks like they're going to keep playing. Thought there might have been a whistle, but there was not. Cross steps back in, takes away the ball. Rising trying to settle things down for a moment. Gunnar plays it over. Balanzar. Balanzar waits for it. It's a touch. Now Irwin. Irwin has it taken away by DeRoma. Here comes DeRoma with an opportunity. DeRoma feeds one through over Fjellberg. Fjellberg crossed in right into the knees of Biasi, and it's out for a corner.
And you're seeing right now Phoenix Rising's young players really be tested. We saw Jonas Fjellberg run right at Jackson Gayden, and some good last-ditch defending on that far side. And you see Levante Johnson, Aiden Rocha do the exact same thing here on the near side against Noah Cross, and then Jathan Irwin loses the ball in midfield. All of the youngsters for Phoenix Rising involved in the last 30, 45 seconds or so. Colorado Springs very much sensing some blood in the water, especially when it comes to trying to attack 1v1 in the wide areas against these young fullbacks.
Sam Williams take this Carvana corner kick, second one of the night for the visitors. Gonna play it short. Right back to Williams as Irwin comes to meet him. Balanzar, this one crossed in towards the back post. Dennis is the one waiting there. His ball flicked ahead. Avayevu eases off the gas as Rocha goes and picks it up. Back for Johnson. Johnson going to go back one more time, one-on-one with Cross. Cross tries to stay with him as Biasi comes to help out his young wingback, and it's sent away.
Yeah, and if you're Pamadou, you've got to be pleased with the level of connection that this Phoenix Rising team is showing when they're back in their own third. We've seen Avayevu come back and help and defend. We've seen Balanzar come back, help and defend. Biasi just then sliding over to help Noah Cross deal with Levante Johnson. Good help defending so far tonight from Phoenix Rising when they're pinned back in their own third.
Carvana corner kick. Proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Carvana will drive you happy. As this one, it's Perez, and he'll take this one short. Williams, he's going to try and cross this in, and they'll go right back to the same spot they were. And while we have a second, remind you that the USL is on CBS Sports Network. Kicks off the month of May with a championship clash of Eastern Conference powerhouses. Detroit City FC take on Louisville City FC at 6 p.m. Eastern on May 2nd. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network. Perez going to send this one into the box. That one knocked down. Irwin was the first man to get his head to it. Not fully cleared away. Set down, couple touches. Hesitates, deflected up, and off the post. Odunze seemed lost, and now they're going to say it's a goal to Colorado Springs. It's 1-0 to the visitors.
Chituro Odunze still can't quite believe what's just happened behind him. Phoenix Rising stunned. Right in front of the south end. Odunze, it looked like, just did not recognize that the ball was still in play and was coming up behind him off of this corner kick. Irwin does well to make that initial headed contact. Colorado Springs win the ball back cleanly. And the deflection, Odunze just thinks that ball's going wide. His delayed reaction then allows that ball to go over the line, and Phoenix Rising find themselves down 1-0 in bizarre fashion.
So Isaiah Foster has the goal there and makes it 1-0 to Colorado Springs. And one of the more bizarre goals that you'll see in the USL Cup tonight, I'd have to imagine. So Phoenix Rising will be chasing for the next portion of this match as Potmar Boy puts his foot through it, looking for Gunnar, and he can't get it there. Irwin sent high into the air. Balanzar can't win the header. Rocha goes up, sliding through. Colorado Springs capitalizes on a moment of madness inside the box. Such an unusual goal. You're right, Joe. You watch it, it was like Odunze, like he just assumed that it was flared all the way into almost the stands, and yet it was still right there.
Yeah, goalkeepers usually have a sixth sense for that sort of thing, really understanding the trajectory of the ball to know whether to go or to not. Odunze just gets that one wrong, and that's something that Phoenix Rising tonight really cannot afford when you think about how young this group is, 5 years younger based off of average age of these two starting 11s. Odunze, yes, just 23. He is one of the more experienced players on the field tonight for Phoenix Rising. Can this group endure mistakes from their more veteran players? It's going to be tough sledding now for Phoenix.
Flag was up on the far side for an offside. Fjellberg tries to get around and unable to do so. Let's remind you that at Bellevue University, your success is the only thing that matters. That's why they offer education that's designed to help you achieve your next goal. Find out more at 7degrees.bellevue.edu/goals. Switchbacks settling into the match as Avievu comes all the way over, tries to play it off of Rocha and unable to do so.
Yeah, Phoenix trying to find a way back into this game a little bit. The tide had certainly turned even before that ball hits the back of Odunze's net. Colorado Springs have found a way to control possession and to pin this Phoenix team back. Really the only outlet for Rising so far tonight has been direct play over the top, either to Charlie Dennis or Gunnar Studenhoft. Colorado Springs, though, happy to continue to control the ball and apply pressure, especially on these young Phoenix Rising outside backs.
Irwin tries to get it off to Gaden, poor pass, and then a foul as Gaden was tied up a little bit on that sliding challenge. So it'll be a free kick to the hosts. All going to play back to Odunze. Last 10 or so minutes, Rising just had a really difficult time getting it out of their own half. Cross comes running over, unable to win that header from Rocha. Being bounced around and to find its way back onto the foot of Rocha, the Brookville, Maryland native. Rocha switches ends. Fjellberg chests it down to himself. Fjellberg's going to try to cut back. Gaden gets his foot in. Long shot deflected. And my goodness, it was nearly 2-0. Odunze was frozen off the deflection. And it's going to be another corner for Colorado Springs.
Yeah, the visitors continue to find real estate in dangerous areas in Phoenix Rising's own third. The late arriving runner there, making clean contact on the ball. Phoenix Rising having a difficult time pushing themselves forward out of the box and out of zone 14.
Williams Get it right back. Williams will cut back in front of Irwin. Stop this one, cross right along the face of the goal. That'll be right on top of the net. As Odunze will tap it off and get a new ball. Sent forward for Balanzar. Balanzar tries to turn and get around. Then it'll be a throw into Colorado Springs. Seeing a lot of that, especially from these young rising players, getting the ball and then immediately having to trail backwards towards their own goal. Taken away, deflected around. Still finds right to the foot of a white kit. Biasi comes over to step in front of this one. He will stop keeping it in. Finally sent away. Dennis, now an opportunity to alleviate some of the pressure. He's got Aveyevu in front of him. Feeds Hope Aveyevu. Aveyevu. Rocha in front of him. Aveyevu will stop. Crossed over. Balanzar. One touch. Morsu, and leaning a little too far back, sends that one into the stands.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for Phoenix Rising. Aveyevu trying to drive forward and just doesn't have a lot of options that can make something happen with the ball. We're seeing Gunnar Studenhoft sort of bracketed by Colorado Springs, a pair of defenders taking Phoenix Rising's number 9 out of the game. Aveyevu didn't have a ton of other options there, and Phoenix Rising ended up with a really low percentage chance off of a dangerous attack. You know, it's been a difficult trend developing in this first half for Phoenix Rising, where really their only looks are coming with direct play. And now that Colorado Springs has seen what Gunnar Studenhoft can do in some of those moments, they're eyeing the number 9 more closely and taking away Phoenix's most dangerous and really only dangerous option in that phase of play.
Colorado Springs goes quickly. Rocha lays it around Talon Maples. Maples tries to play it through. Cross leaps up, gets ahead to it, but sends it right back down for Perez. Irwin right on Perez, now DeRoma. Williams, right back for Frankie DeRoma.
And this is exactly where Colorado Springs want to be. Comfortably moving the ball and finding opportunities to isolate themselves out wide.
Feldberg chases it all the way down, and it's going to be out for another corner kick. Tack on another one. It's another Carvana corner kick. Proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising FC. Carvana will drive you happy. Impressive mustache right there from Jonas Feldberg.
I think it comes with the name. Feels like they go together.
That's fair. Feldberg. Sharp talents from Jessheim, Norway. As this one's sent in, Odunze will leap up. As Odunze wants to go quickly, tries to get it to Gunnar, and a bit of miscommunication there, as that was a low-driven kick towards Gunnar, and just wasn't able to read it correctly off the turf.
Well, we saw Studenhoft make that dangerous run in behind and have a high-quality chance. Phoenix's best so far in this game came from a similar sort of sequence, but it's so difficult to get that ball with pinpoint accuracy in behind for the number 9. The windows are so narrow, and Rising are yet to find another one as this first half has continued.
Yeah, so he'll take this free kick after being upended. And you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN. It's the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
In possession for Phoenix Rising. You'd like to see Hope Aveyevu drop exactly into these sorts of pockets. Colorado Springs are going man-to-man through central midfield on Jean-Eric Morsu, Jathan Irwin, and Charlie Dennis. Aveyevu then is that fourth man where if he drops, a Colorado Springs defender out of that back four has to make the decision to go with him.
Gunnar came flying in towards Shuttler, nearly took him out. And it's going to be out. It will be a throw in to Phoenix Rising and gives these fans at home something a little bit to cheer about.
Well, how's that for effort from Gunnar Studenhoft? So willing to rev the engine and make that type of run.
They're going to actually end up changing it. It was the Colorado Springs bench made the argument. That's only one out. Look at the hustle. This is one of those things, a little late going in there nonetheless, but still the effort and the hustle from Gunnar Studenhoff. Still trying to work on cleaning up some of the technical skills, but the one thing that you can say that he does have, it is the motor.
Yeah, and this could be the kind of game, as we've already seen, the yellow card coming out for delaying this. Aiden Rocha stepping far too far forward on this near side. No doubt about it. Despite the protesting on the sideline.
Talon Maples now having a conversation with Charlie Dennis. As the head referee, Trevor Wiseman, trying to maintain a little bit of order here tonight. Still being told to go further. Rocha sent all the way back near to the corner. Long throw in. That's Morsu. Dennis tries to win that one. Dennis falls down. Referee says no as Morsu runs into Tejada. And that's a tough foul for Morsu to take. It was Tejada just running right into the bigger Morsu.
Yeah, the Phoenix Rising faithful none too pleased with that call, but there's no more obvious foul. End up seeing the card come out of the pocket there as well. Morsu comes in late on Juan Tejada there as Tejada's trying to drive forward. Morsu goes in too hard to pull out of that challenge. Clear foul, and the referee opts for a yellow card as well.
Gjeldberg. Lay it back for Foster. Colorado Springs felt like there was a chance for Phoenix Rising to maybe keep a little pressure on, get a moment to breathe, and it seems like it's right back to where they were. Goes down as a couple bodies hit the floor inside the 18. DeRomo wants to go for goal, but well wide as Adunze watches that one sail past him. Rising fans, it's backed by popular demand and only for $20 a ticket. Purchase your Modelo Night Out to any Rising game this season. Receive one supporter's ticket, one 16-ounce, and now one Modelo boot. Buy your Modelo Night Out tickets today at phxrisingfc.com. Goes down, and here comes the opposite way. Colorado Springs on a switch plane. It's off Morsu. Imagine, Joe, you get your Modelo Night Out ticket and then pair it with a $1 beer night.
Oh.
That's what you could have done tonight.
Plus you got the boot. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that.
Set around as Biasi. Gonna chase as Avayevu heads it down, but there's nobody there in the black kit to try and go and collect it. Fjeldberg played forward for Johnson, wants to try to backheel flick, but Popmar Boy's right there. He'll clear it away for at least a moment.
And we've now seen a couple of sloppy giveaways from Phoenix Rising. Morsu and Irwin both slow to that ball from Avayevu, and just a minute before that, Morsu with a turnover in the attacking half that cedes possession to the visitors. Phoenix Rising just having such a difficult time keeping their foot on the ball and allowing themselves to gain some territory.
Colorado Springs content to watch the clock tick away. End of this first half, one that they lead 1-0. This one sent in the box, knocked around as Odunze comes and scoops it up. Odunze wants to go deep again, trying to get one past. Gunnar tries to chase it down. It's going to be a foot race as he's going to win it. Shuttler elects to peel himself back towards his goal. Here's Gunnar working one-on-one. Gunnar cuts to his right, sent towards the center. Dennis goes for goal and just wide from Charlie Dennis. Great defending. It looked like it was the goal scorer, Foster, who got a piece of it.
Phoenix Rising again going route one. It's that Chituru Odunze to Gunnar Studenhoff connection. for the home side that has been the biggest source of revenue for this Phoenix Rising team. Studenhoff then working the ball back, and Charlie Dennis connects. Phoenix Rising have had themselves a corner kick here.
First Carvana corner kick of the night for the hosts. And it will be Hope Avievu to take it. Gunnar and Pop Marboy, the two big bodies down at the far post. Avievu looking that direction, but nobody there to receive it. As it's headed out, Cross will watch it trickle away. Go quickly for Biasi. Right back to Noah Cross, and he'll send it over the ball at his feet. Now to Avievu. Avievu working on Levante Johnson, tries to get in, nobody there. A poor clearance as Johnson comes over to try and get it. As Avievu fighting with Johnson, stays alive. Now Dennis has it on his feet. Dennis left-footed cross right into the head, but not out of the 18. Flying in, knocks it down. Gunnar with his back to goal. Gunnar spins and whiffs at it, and it's knocked away for a goal kick.
Phoenix Rising finding themselves amidst a lot of chaos moments tonight, Killian, inside the box. It's a hopeful cross from Charlie Dennis initially on this sequence. It then gets headed down. Studenhoff in the post. There on Matt Mahoney, just cannot make contact. Phoenix Rising are still looking for that equalizer.
Shuttler readies, he sets the ball down as Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice.
And Studenhoff still looking for that goal, but he really is the perfect type of 9 in this game for Phoenix Rising, where they're having a hard time keeping control of the ball. You see another turnover there. Often finding themselves pinned deep in their own half, having that vertical threat over the top. Really has been a lifeline for Phoenix in this first half.
Perez trying to twirl his way around Cross as Morsu going to play it back to Biasi, and Rising going to take a moment to breathe after all the chaos that's ensued over the last 5 minutes.
And here are the moments for Avievu. Phoenix Rising are going to play out of the back. Morsu, Irwin, and Charlie Dennis all being man-marked by this Colorado Springs side. Avievu even has his arms outstretched looking for the ball. If he can drop a little bit deeper to make himself more accessible, free himself from Talon Maples and Mahoney, there'll be opportunities.
Odunze looking for Balanzar, but Balanzar got turned around as Foster will watch this one roll out for a throw-in.
Well, that's not the out ball for Phoenix Rising. Balanzar not going to be the one to bring the ball down there on the far side. It's got to be Dennis or Studenhoff that you're looking for if you're Odunze and some of those direct passes out of the back.
Charlie Dennis stepping forward to put a little pressure on Shuttler. Rocha chipped over. Biasi chases down. Johnson wins it as Odunze keeps the chest tall and makes the save. Wasn't much on it from Johnson. He sends another one of those balls deep.
Oh, such a dangerous ball from Aiden Rocha just a moment ago. Made the play for Levante Johnson, but Odunze well positioned.
Morsu. Couple quick first steps as he lays it off for Charlie Dennis. Irwin. Over for Gaden, now played back to Boyd.
Irwin, you're still seeing maybe the touch just escape him at times tonight, but the 15-year-old looks very adept at picking out pockets of space to receive the ball, allowing Phoenix Rising to either progress play in some of those possession moments or to switch the point of attack from one side to the other. Really savvy off-ball positioning so far tonight from the 15-year-old.
Sent in and headed down. A reminder that soccer season is officially here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. your ticket to great seats. Final 30 or so seconds in this first half, but 1-0 match, the only goal coming from Isaiah Foster. As Colorado Springs trying to see if they can't find one more, and that one takes a deflection off a white kit, nicely done defensively by the captain, not Marboy, as Odunze settle it up. We'll see if there's one more bit of action before we head to the break. Odunze sending everybody forward. He will put his left foot through it, and it will signal the end of the first half. 45 minutes in, 45 minutes done of the Prinx Tires USL Cup round number 1 between Colorado Springs and Phoenix Rising, and the visitors hold the 1-0 advantage over Phoenix Rising in this Western Conference showdown. We're going to take a little break as the two teams will do the same. They head into the locker rooms, discuss things, talk it over, see what changes might be coming. First half of action is down. Don't go anywhere. Got the second half coming up.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger, like the new Big Ranch Wrap. A crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
Hey, John Hamm.
Hey, Gare Bear.
You still coming to my dog's birthday party?
I would, but I have to sell my car.
Well, just sell it to Carvana.
Carvana? Huh?
Great offers, 100% online. They'll pick it up. You told me about Carvana.
Did I?
And isn't that your car?
I mean, that could be anybody's car. Okay, fine. I sold it to Carvana. Thank you. Whoa.
So you'll come?
I just sold my car. What, am I going to walk? Sell your car to Carvana today.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger, like the new Big Ranch Wrap. A crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay, just...
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. But do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Modelo halftime. 1-0 Colorado Springs on top of Phoenix Rising. Round 1 of the USL Cup. Lights are bright here in the Valley of the Sun. Don't go anywhere. Halftime continues on the other side of this break.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Prinx tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx tires will be there for the long haul.
Hey, John Hamm.
Hey, Gare Bear.
You still coming to my dog's birthday party?
I would, but I have to sell my car.
Well, just sell it to Carvana.
Carvana? Huh.
Great offers, 100% online. They'll pick it up. You told me about Carvana.
Did I?
And isn't that your car?
I mean, that could be anybody's car. Okay, fine. I sold it to Carvana. Thank you. Whoa.
So you'll come?
I just sold my car. What, am I going to walk? Sell your car to Carvana today.
Tonight's broadcast of the Prinx Tires USL Cup is brought to you in part by Carvana, ASMC, and America First.
It is halftime in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Time for some of the headlines for this week. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Corey Bennett of Colorado Springs scored 2 goals against Monterey Bay in Week 7 of the USL Championship. That's 6 goals for the season, the Golden Boot lead through 7 games, and that total matches the season high for an individual player from the Switchbacks in 2025. In League One, AC Boise's first home victory of the season was a dominating 4-0 performance against Westchester SC. Dennis Kostashin climbed within a goal of the leader in the Golden Boot race with a pair of goals. He's now scored 3 times in Boise's past 2 games. And Boise played a big part in a huge attendance week for League One in Week 7. More than 22,000 fans total. Boise led the way with 7,204. And Portland Hearts of Pine close behind, 6,033. If those 2 clubs were in the USL Championship, Boise would rank 6th in average attendance through 7 weeks. Portland would rank 8th. Upcoming national broadcasts for both the Championship and League One: Detroit City and Louisville City. Boise hosts FC Naples, and Richmond hosts Charleston in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. All 3 matches are on the CBS Sports Network. Well, the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
Thanks, Dan. So what's going on around the USL? As it is round one of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. 1-0 here, this match between Colorado Springs and Phoenix Rising. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, as you're watching the Modelo halftime report. Some of the scores from around the Cup. Charlotte Independence, 2-1 over Richmond Kickers. Brooklyn, 3-0 victory over the Cosmos. One of the big only upsets from the first round. Union Omaha, USL League One side, taking down an Indy 11 team who's been pretty sharp to start the season.
Yeah, these are the best bits of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Getting to see these interleague matchups, USL League One teams against USL Championship teams. Maybe at some point down the line we'll see USL Premier teams in there as well when that project gets off the ground for the USL on the D1 men's side of things. See Lexington SC, though, taking care of business against Ford Madison. Some other chalk results, though, to go along with that cup set for Omaha.
Yeah, and then the Lou City Wagon, it continues to roll.
Yeah.
3-1 victory today in their opening matchup of the USL Cup. There's a lot of excitement going on. We're going to take one more break. Don't go anywhere. Second half kickoff and much more on the other side. We're watching the Modelo halftime report. 1-0, Colorado Springs currently leading Phoenix Rising in Phoenix.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car. Billy, you still there? Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. But do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more.
Prinx Tires USL Cup, 1-0, Colorado Springs Switchbacks on top of Phoenix Rising FC. You've been watching the Modelo halftime report. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, as we get ready, bring you some of those highlights from the first half. And Joe, it was an interesting first half for both of these two sides. As here are your first half highlights presented by Hill Rivers Resorts and Casinos. A few chances, an early opportunity off of a set piece for Charlie Dennis. He thought he had a good chance. That was pretty much it for Phoenix.
Yeah, not a ton of clear-cut looks for either side. That Juan Tejada chance, oddly enough, maybe even better than the goal that Colorado Springs ended up scoring. Phoenix, outside of set pieces, this has been their biggest revenue streams. Balls over the top to Gunnar Studenhoff. Can't quite get that one past Colin Shuttler. But it's been a lot of direct play tonight for this Rising side.
There was a big save by Chituru Odunze, as he was able to knock that one back. But right after that set piece, just a bit of broken play. and Odunze just kind of gets lost as this ball takes an odd deflection off the post and is ended up able to cross the goal line before Odunze can grab it.
Yeah, the deflection. They're off of Noah Cross. Odunze thinks that ball's going wide and just gets it wrong. And Phoenix Rising find themselves down 1-0 at home.
Yeah, a few other chances for Rising, but Colin Shuttler has been pretty solid in staying on top of everything so far tonight in this roll between the sticks. As here are the halftime stats that you see. The shots on target, 2 aside, possession. A little surprising, you look at the possession number, seeing that Rising has had, as it seems like Colorado Springs have really been in control, though, the whole night.
Yeah, Colorado Springs have had possession maybe in the areas that matter most, where they've been able to set up shop at times in this final third. Phoenix Rising's defensive third, even so, Phoenix have been under pressure. Not a ton of clear-cut chances that they've conceded tonight. The goal really is an odd, sort of fluky moment. There's real quality on this Phoenix Rising bench. I'm curious to see when Pamaduka might go to that bench tonight to supercharge this Rising squad.
Certainly has some opportunities to do so as we get ready to get set for this second 45. And while we do have a second, let's give a quick shout out to Daniel Zapata, who's in his last game as the team administrator before he heads off to the World Cup. Great job for this Rising side, and he'll certainly be missed amongst the team as he gets ready to head out. So 1-0, Joe. Kind of thinking back, revisiting Lowry's lowdown just a little bit. How would you evaluate the first 45 for these two sides, and what needs to change for Rising? What does Colorado Springs need to do to solidify and lock down this win tonight?
Yeah, for Phoenix, their approach to navigating through this high press from Colorado Springs has been really to go over the top, and there's been some merit to that decision, especially given some of the young players in this Rising lineup that maybe you can't quite build through in the way that you would play through some of the more established presences in this Rising squad. And then for Colorado Springs, they've had a perfectly reasonable first half. They've not allowed a ton of clear-cut chances. They've capitalized on one odd moment in Phoenix Rising's box. I think if you talk to Alan McCann, he would be reasonably pleased about how this game really has gone so far.
They're going to reset things, and apparently they're going to have Colorado Springs send the ball back to Phoenix. Not necessarily sure what that was all about, but either way, back underway for the second 45 tonight in Phoenix.
Substitution for Phoenix Rising FC. Entering the match is number 24, Andrea Arroyo. Leading the match is number 4, Otmar.
So the one change, Captain Otmar Boy comes off for Adrian Pelayo.
Entering the match is number 17, Saddam Masareka. Leading the match is number 11, Lamonte Johnson. Entering the match is number 37, Brennan Creek. Leading the match is number 8, Frank Duromo. Entering the match is number 23, Carmel Metusala. Leading the match is number 5, Matt Moroni.
So plenty of changes just announced over the top on the PA system here. One change for Phoenix Rising. Is that one sent towards the back post? It found its way to the head of Balanzar, but unable to get any power on it and try to get it past Shuttler.
And that's a great ball coming in from the left side. Both teams now trying to feel each other out after these changes. Adrian Pelayo coming on for Phoenix Rising. A planned substitution you'd have to imagine with Otmar Boy still working his way back into full fitness. A like-for-like change there. And then for Colorado Springs, some new life on this near side with Saddam Masareka. A couple of assists so far on the season. Metusala joining the back line. Creek coming in midfield. That's pushing Sam Williams back into Frank DeRoma's number 6 spot. 4 changes total across these two teams.
It's the cup action as Gunnar comes flying in, knocks down one defender, and now Gunnar is going to get a yellow card. Looks like he might have got a piece of Shuttler as well. Shuttler down clutching that hand or wrist. Shaking that right hand for Shuttler. Gunnar might have caught him. Here's another look at it. Gunnar, we've seen this all night, been flying in, and yeah, just looked like he might have caught one of the fingers of Shuttler.
Yeah, it's unnecessary there from Studenhoft.
Mazareka. Mazareka gets to his left, centered in off the back foot. He's looking for Perez. Hopefully first bit of play for Mazareka as Avievu gets twisted around and will earn a free kick.
Yeah, Mazareka on this near side really is going to have plenty of opportunity to drive right at Jackson Gaydon. The Phoenix Rising teenager, Mazareka. Super draft pick of Sporting Kansas City in Major League Soccer, opts to sign with Colorado Springs instead. Real college standout with Maryland. He's a very dangerous 1v1 player, and you saw the service that he can provide as well just a moment ago.
He stood out at Maryland in his 2 seasons, 13 goals, 7 assists. Started at Lindsey Wilson College. Lower levels of the college ranks, he excelled there too. He scored 22 goals this time with Lindsey Wilson. It's Creek. Waits up for this ball, going right at Pelayo, tries to cross it in. Nice deflection though. And Morsu sprints back the other direction. Morsu with some room, finds his way over for Avievu. Avievu with a little bit of space. Gonna cut it back. Avievu still waiting. Avievu now has Fjellberg come back. An opportunity. You almost want to hope Avievu to even just take a shot, get something in towards the box there.
Yeah, Phoenix so slow to push numbers forward there. Very cautious with their approach in transition. Now settling into more of a sustained possession moment.
Over for Balansar. Balansar, poor pass for Irwin as Irwin goes through the back of Creek. Bounces around, finds its way back to Colorado Springs. Soccer fans, if you can't watch the match, be sure you turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights, plus hear live matches in the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Williams to take the throw. Takes a quick drink of water before being told to promptly put the ball back in, and he just throws it right into the hands of Odunze. Odunze looks to go deep once again. That's been one of the it's really been one of the primary outlets as Avievu takes some contact, ultimately able to keep possession though. Biasi. Cross back to Biasi. Biasi will send it back to Pelayo. Adrian Pelayo recently named one of the young players to watch in the championship. A good first season with Phoenix Rising as the flag up and an offside.
Yeah, you mentioned Pelayo there, Killian. He's been so effective for this Phoenix Rising team, a regular in Pamadou Cause 11, and his distribution has been a real asset to this club, and I'm curious to see how we might see Pelayo's distribution impact this second half, where so much of Phoenix's game has been to go direct. Pelayo can really play into that.
Change coming as Patrick Berner is going to come on for Colorado Springs. Braden Rocha will make his way off the far side of the pitch. Fort de France, Martinique. Recently signing a 2-year deal in the offseason with the club after spending last year with North Carolina FC. Able to find a home at the championship level. As the goal scorer, Isaiah Foster, plays one through, right to the head. Pelayo was right there. This is one of those matches, the way that the first half went and just kind of how it's felt to start the second half for Rising. You kind of feel like all it's going to take is just one of those weird moments, an odd deflection here or there inside the box, and they could be right back in this match.
Well, and that's what's defined the game so far, is those sort of oddball moments. Neither team has really created a ton of clear-cut chances that look like a byproduct of some reliable chance creation method. It's been a lot of throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, for not just Phoenix Rising with this young lineup, but Colorado Springs. They'll be eager to get back into rhythm in the second half.
That one kind of goes around Irwin, unable to connect with that ball as Creek chases it down. Right around, trying to cut in. Fjellberg going across. Odunze goes up, punches it away, has to scramble back to his feet. Ball chipped back in. Little shot and just wide from Perez. It was a ball that was kind of spinning away from Perez and outside the boot shot, and it spun away, and it will be a corner.
Colorado Springs threatening a little bit here. Odunze can't claim that ball cleanly, and that starts this cascade that results in the visitors earning themselves yet another corner kick. And you see there, Chituro Odunze none too pleased.
Frustration starting to show on Odunze as first Carvana corner kick of this second half, and it will belong to Colorado Springs. Fjellberg, step over for Balansar, sent it towards the back post, and over the top of everybody is Foster. Will scurry back to collect it. Sent it right back in. So all the way around again. Balansar, now Aveyevu trying to shoulder off his man, keep the ball as Aveyevu goes down. Heavy collision as Aveyevu is still down on the ground, clutching his lower leg. They're going to continue to play. Colorado Springs, this one sent towards goal, being knocked around as Dennis gets the ball. Dennis knocked around, and now Aveyevu back to his feet, and they do ultimately stop play as soon as Aveyevu is back on his feet and able to try to start walking it off.
And that's a hard challenge just a moment ago between Aveyevu and Sam Williams. Aveyevu is certainly the smaller of the two going into that battle. But good to see the number 10 back to his feet.
Aveyevu certainly in a bit of discomfort, trying to walk it off though. Odunze will put it back into touch. Sprinting forward, Aveyevu with a little bit of space now on the left wing. Aveyevu crossed in, takes a deflection, and will be out for a corner. Nicely done by Aveyevu to earn that one. That'll be the first Carvana corner kick of the night in this second half for Phoenix Rising. Carvana, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising, will drive you happy. Aveyevu to take this one. Sent right to the foot. Patiently waiting for it. Scarvin Metusalo knocked it around. Rising fans can celebrate a decade in the desert with a season ticket membership, starting at just $10 per ticket per game. Don't miss exclusive access at events only available to members. Purchase today at phxrisingfc.com or email at sales@phxrisingfc.com to learn more. Throw in, electing try and go long. It's knocked out. Gaden now switching ends. Balansar tries to head it down. Mazareka knocks one off. That's a deflection off of Balansar. Throw in, Mazareka Ball won by Charlie Dennis. Dennis holds up in the middle, and he'll send it back for Gaden. Balanzar. It's a touch for Morsu. Morsu now to Dennis, chips it back. Jackson Gaden. Played back for Pelayo. Balanzar. Balanzar crossed in, looking for Gunnar, gets his head on it, but unable to put it on target.
It's a great ball. In from the right side there from Balanzar. Creates something out of nothing there for Phoenix Rising. Gunnar Stutenhoff continues to be the real threatening piece of this Phoenix Rising front line. He's the player that they can throw the ball into and cause just a little bit of havoc.
Tejada with a touch. Pelayo draped all over him. And Pelayo will be tacked with a foul as Tejada went to the ground. His home crowd a little frustrated.
And they're not the only one. Pamadou Ka on the sideline, none too pleased with that decision from the referee. That's the former center back in Pamadou Ka objecting there.
Played an hour in Phoenix of round number 1 of this USL Cup tie. 1-0. Thanks to the goal from Isaiah Foster in the first half. All played around Odunze, gonna have to come out and he'll slide down to scoop this one up. Odunze for Avayevu. Avayevu gets taken down, they can continue on. And now Biasi goes up, and that one's sent wide, and looks like there will be a foul. It wasn't sound like it heard a whistle.
Yeah, Biasi ends up getting cleared out there as Colorado Springs try to finish off that press. And you see the yellow card come out of the pocket.
That was Williams. It looked like Williams just, nothing malicious in it, but Williams, I think, saw Biasi going up, and he was just trying to avoid him himself. And he will pick up the yellow.
And you saw Rising try to play through Hope Avievu there in the press break. Just not quite clean enough.
There's Gunnar. Gunnar hesitates, trying to get around Foster. This one crossed in. He was looking for Avievu. Not the biggest target to aim for, but an opportunity in a corner. Carvana corner kick for the hosts. Couple changes getting ready to come on, and I think Pamadou Ka wants them to happen now before the corner, as Isan Sako and Colin Smith are the ones waiting to come on, and they're going to have to wait at least a moment longer. Crossed in towards the back post. This one sent down inside the edge of the 6 and sent away. Now it's going to be a foot race. Fjellberg going up against the youngster Gaden. Fjellberg gets it to his right. Plenty of room. Sent towards goal and well wide.
Well, and that's one that Colorado Springs are going to want back. A huge opportunity isolated. Jonas Fjellberg pushing forward at full speed in transition there. And the whole sequence ends up coming to nothing. Masareka just not able to keep that ball down. Lets his body get under it. And Phoenix Rising let off there as now these subs get on the field.
So it's going to be Isan Sako coming on for Balanzar, and then Colin Smith will come on for Cross. So the youngsters will get some love from their head coach, Pamadou Ka. They'll turn it over to some of the first team members, one of which, Isan Sako, leads this club in goals scored in the championship. He's got 5 this season. He had a brace last week in Miami. We'll see if he might be able to be the spark this rising club needs in the second half.
Yeah, and interesting, we see Colin Smith move to left back on the side of his non-dominant foot. Jackson Gayden sticks in that right back spot. Phoenix Rising, though, with these subs, certainly get more mature on the field. Sacco and Smith both capable players at this level, if not more than that.
Sacco, not sure if he thought the ball was back into touch. Mazareka going after it.
A little impromptu 1v1.
Be a fun 1v1 to watch.
Why not?
Something maybe work out for like a halftime. Put the mini nets out there, the two of them. That ball sent in. Tejada as it's knocked down, as it sat right in front of him. Morsu gonna send this one away. Gunnar tries to set it down for Sacco, but unable to. It's a tough ball to play nonetheless. It was coming right at him and pretty rapid pace. Mazareka. Back in the middle, Williams. Williams back over, chipped ahead by Perez. And Tejada isn't making the run.
And Creek wanted to make that run, just slipped on the grass here at 38th and Washington. It's a lovely idea, though, from Adrian Perez.
Tejada will pick up that foul as Biasi tried to keep his balance and keep running forward, but ultimately does go down. Mr. Jackson Gayden. Right wing for Sacco. Sacco able to keep it in. Sacco hesitates, and he will win the corner. Ball from Gayden. It'll be another Carvana corner kick, and it will be Charlie Dennis going to trot on over to take this one to the left boot. Trying to give this home crowd a little something to cheer about. Dennis, the right hand in the air and readies. Put this one towards the back post. Looking for Biasi, but unable to get through. Colin Smith goes to collect, though. Smith gets around his defender. Smith tries to center it, and it's out for a corner on the far side.
And these set-piece opportunities could prove massive for Phoenix Rising. When you're down numbers due to injury, when you're rotating a little bit of who's on the field, set pieces don't require that same sense of continuity. Huge moments here for Rising.
It's going to be Sacco to take this one. He's got Gunnar and Irwin at the back post. Sacco sent in, looking for Irwin. Too tall. What a moment that could have been for the young Jathan Irwin.
It's a great opportunity for Phoenix Rising. Irwin, just 15 years old, and yet towers in those dead ball moments. Really nice service there from Isan Sacco. And Irwin gets good contact on it inside the 18.
Feel a little bit of the momentum teetering here as Tejada just got his feet tied up with Pelayo. And it's a foul and another substitution. And Phoenix Rising brings on their leading scorer. Colorado Springs will match and bring on the championship's leading scorer, Corey Bennett. Gonna come on.
Yeah, Corey Bennett, 6 goals on the season in league play. No other Colorado Springs Switchbacks player has more than 1 so far this season. Corey Bennett really has been the primary source of attacking play for the visitors. Perez comes off, he'll have a chance to rest his legs ahead of the midweek. And yet we're still waiting for Corey Bennett to come on the field.
It's odd because Perez has already come off and Bennett's being told he has to wait. So Colorado Springs playing with 10 men as Gunnar goes through Shuttler. He puts it in the back of the net. It's not going to matter as there's a foul. Too much contact between Gunnar and Shuttler. And Gunnar can't believe it. Lots of arms outstretched.
It's the second clash in this second half alone between Gunnar and Colin Shuttler. The goalkeeper is always going to be protected, and rightly so in those sorts of moments. Sudenhoff surely knows what he's done there, especially with it being not the first time he's collided with Shuttler in the second half.
There's a lot going on right now. So Shuttler's still down there calling out the physio. Rising's bench is up in arms over the goal not counting. Corey Bennett still hasn't been allowed on the pitch.
Corey Bennett off in the corner, trying to figure out exactly where into this puzzle he's supposed to fit.
So Bennett's still standing right at midfield. The Colorado Springs bench was shouting at the fourth official going, "Why isn't our guy on the pitch yet?" Now the fourth official's made his way over trying to calm things down, and the Rising bench, as Pamoduka is still arguing as Shuttler is being tended to. So Shuttler slowly being helped off the ground after that collision. Backup keeper is warming for Colorado Springs. So Studahar, who is the backup keeper, as Shuttler's back up on his feet. He's taking a bit of a beating tonight. Sure if Shuttler just got the wind knocked out of him or what it was, but he's back up and gave a thumbs up. As Corey Bennett has finally made his way out onto the pitch. Well, Joe, what an interesting last few minutes we've had.
Sometimes the best things are worth waiting for, I suppose, if you're Corey Bennett. Finally now gonna have his chance. Here's that sequence. Studenoff, I mean, the arms outstretched there from Phoenix Rising's number 11. Simple call there for the referee. You can't make that type of contact on the goalkeeper. And finally now look at this game back rolling again.
The boos rain down. Might be the loudest we've heard this crowd tonight. Now Mazareka tries to make his way through. Out of Creek. Creek working on Gaden. Foster gets it off of his feet. Gunnar comes flying in.
Oh, he's sort of teetering on the edge. Gunnar Studenhoft.
That sliding challenge. Tassala had some words. This one sent down. Opportunity short side. It's saved by Odunze, who scrambles out to cover it.
Well, that's a huge save from Chituro Odunze. Trying to make good after his error led to the goal in the first half for Phoenix Rising. Corey Bennett. A little pent-up energy there, finally able to get involved in this game, and he places that ball very, very well.
There's Aveyevu, and Aveyevu taken down from behind. Late whistle and right to the pocket. That's Fjellberg, who's still down on the ground trying to stretch himself out. Nissan Sacco trying to help him up, and it will be a yellow card for Fjellberg. So Fjellberg back up on his feet with the booking. Looks like another substitute readying for Phoenix Rising. Pamoduka.
And here's a look at that almost goal from Corey Bennett. Great contact from Bennett, but Odunze does well to get low and get down to his right to keep it at a 1-goal deficit for the hosts.
Over to Rase, man waiting to come on. This one's sent in for Irwin, but it cleared away by Colorado Springs. Dennis will chase it all the way back. Sent for Aveyevu. Aveyevu goes in, runs into one of those video boards on that far side as the change will be made now. So it will be Gunnar coming off for Arase.
Yeah, that'll trigger Isan Sako. You'd have to imagine moving into the number 9 role. And now Arase coming to join the wide areas. Arase will provide a different sort of threat, of course, than Studenhofen. And you can see just the size disparity between those two guys as they embrace. But Arase does provide a sort of similar vertical threat. Very, very quick. Able to run in behind, so savvy with his off-ball movement. He's now going to be a threat for Phoenix Rising over the top in a different way, but sort of a similar result to what we've seen from this Rising group earlier on in this game.
Sue heads this one back. Colin Smith. Colin Smith pestered from behind by Mazareka. Nice to knock it around. Able to sent over Gaden. Some space on this near side. Now for Dennis. Forward pass. And that one is intercepted by Foster, and Foster wants to sprint out the other way. Irwin chasing him down, stride for stride, the young 15-year-old right there with him.
And that's great recovery defending there from Jathan Irwin. Doesn't get the ball when he's well positioned inside Colorado Springs' defensive structure. The turnover follows, but he does the dirty work to get back.
Ball sent over the top. Bennett. Bennett goes down inside the box, no whistle, as Pelayo comes away the winner of that one, and it's sent well over the top. Odunze will go and pick up a new ball, and we want to remind you that the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazzo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Being pinged around their own third as Dennis has that one deflected away. It'll go to a throw to Rising. So 15 minutes to play tonight. Rising looking for a goal, try and send this to penalties. That'll be a foul on Morsu. Remind you, in this USL Cup, no draws. If it is still tied at the end of 90, we'll go directly to a penalty shootout to find out who will earn the extra point. 3 points for a victory, 1 point for a loss in a penalty shootout, and 2 for the winner. Waits as Irwin comes to receive the ball from him. All over the top. The flag stays down, an opportunity. It's Arase overlapping with Sako as Arase has one deflected down. Dennis, a turn to the edge of the 18, sends it back out for Morsu. Avievu tries to turn, goes down, it'll be a foul and a free kick.
Well, there's that vertical threat that I mentioned just a moment ago from Kelvin Arase getting in over the top. Ends up having to fight Isan Sako off of that ball as well, along with Colorado Springs. It's a nice sign of life from Phoenix, and now they've got another dangerous set piece.
You see Creek pointing to the video board at the south end, trying to make his argument. He was saying, look.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot in that. A little bit of the jersey tug. Creek trying to plead his case. You know, when you extend that arm, that you at least run the risk of that decision being made by the referee.
It's great because Creek was pointing up the video board, and of course Hope Avievu immediately pointed right back afterwards and said, I don't know what you're talking about. So set piece chance in a dangerous location. Isan Sako, he's got 5 goals in the championship already. Trying to find his first in the USL Cup. A few deep breaths. Sako, too tall.
And that's a new wrinkle this season for Pamadou Ka. Seeing Isan Sako on some of those set pieces. He's the right-footed alternative to Charlie Dennis and that left foot. Can't get the ball down there underneath the bar.
Sent back in. Press starting to show for Rising as Shuttler able to clear it away from his own end. headed up. That will be a foul. Rising fans, bring your family out to a Rising game for an affordable price with a family value pack starting at just $25. Receive a hot dog, drink, and a bag of chips with each ticket purchased. Go ahead, purchase today at phxrisingmc.com. Avievu gets it off of his feet. Arase takes some contact from Mazareka from behind. And that's going to be out for a throw-in. Another substitution coming on, another first-team member, Diego Gomez.
Gomez, a central midfielder, coming in for the right back. It looks as though that's going to trigger Jathan Irwin to move to the right side of this back line. The 15-year-old shifting into a different role here. Now you've got Gomez joining Jean-Eric Morceau in that midfield.
Amadou Ka certainly trying for this equalizing goal in the closing stages of this round 1 USL Cup matchup. Shuttler will let the ball dribble all the way back to him. Shuttler boots it deep. Smith is the one to get his head to it first. Creek knocks it down, chipped over the top, as Pelayo will head it back for Odunze. Odunze scoops it up, rolls it out quickly to Pelayo. Up right towards midfield. Smith. Not enough behind that. He was looking for Arase as Biasi comes sliding in. It's going to be out and a throw in to Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix have settled in well into the second half. They've not given up a ton of clear-cut chances to Colorado Springs. Looks like the visitors are more holding on rather than really trying to push their advantage here. Phoenix Rising trying to see now with all 5 subs on the field if they can really make a push.
Toss in for Arase, who will send it back into the middle. Irwin touches out to Morceau with some space. Dennis over on the right wing. Closed down by the goal scorer, Foster. He holds the difference tonight. That goal in the 25th minute. Biasi over for Sacco. Isan Sacco working his way in towards the center. Sacco, some space for Avievu. Avievu tries to cross it. It's upended as now Dennis has to chase it down, and it's out. Too strong for the throw.
And sometimes it's just that little touch that is the difference between creating a dangerous look and not. Sacco either just overplays that ball or Avievu a little late to run onto it. But the touch is heavy, and that triggers the turnover from Phoenix.
This one thrown in. Irwin unable to win it. Now Irwin goes down. Reaching for the back of his leg. Odunze way out. And sets it down. Irwin is down trying to stretch out on the near side. Smith over for Arase. Arase with some room in front of him. Arase, a step over. Arase tries to center it for Smith, who slipped as he was getting ready to make his run. Morceau comes away with it. Now Morceu's on the ground. Smith gets it taken away by Tejada. Rising is essentially now playing with 9 men. Morceau still on the ground. Irwin hobbling his way back out to try and help out in the defense. Charlie Dennis. Morceau. Over for Avievu. Avievu gets it to his left, running back towards the center. Ball sent through, nearly snuck it in for Isan Sacco.
How clever is that from Avievu? Even on his non-dominant left foot, tries to thread that ball in.
Advantage played, this ball crossed in, back post, Sacco off the volley, and he couldn't get the angle. What a ball. And Sacco It just closed down too quickly for him.
Well, and it really is everything but the finish there from Phoenix Rising. Great ball in from the left side, yes, but also a phenomenal run from Isan Sako, just bending around to the weak side. Biasi floats that ball up with the right foot. And Sako in space, such a difficult finish, though, to execute, picking the ball out of the air to get the right timing. And Isan Sako watches that sail into the stands.
See the frustration after that one as Shuttler boots it down deep. Mazareka will turn nearly. Fed one through to a streaking Bennett towards goal. Dennis over for Morsu. He's got a little bit of room. He's got Sako to his left. He's going to try and send this one. There's nobody there to receive it. And Sako will come in for Shuttler to pick it up. Fans remind you, eFootball is here. You can live your dream and rep your team. Go ahead and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play, so you can go ahead and download it now.
And Jathan Irwin still not moving right. Phoenix Rising don't have another sub left in the tank. He's on an island here, Irwin.
Tejada wants to go for a goal, and that one's too tall. As now we've got 2 players down after a collision away. Morsu is down. Morsu looked like he went right through the back of Jonas Fjellberg, who's clutching the back of his head. Trainer right out. Let's take another look at this. That one was just completely unnecessary for Morsu.
And Morsu on a yellow card already. I'm not sure how he's escaped getting a second yellow or even a straight red in that instance, the Phoenix Rising midfielder.
You can see the frustration right afterwards, too, from that happened right in front of that Colorado Springs dugout.
I mean, that is about as blatant as it gets, the arm coming up top. From Jean-Eric Morsu onto Jonas Fjellberg. Wow. Phoenix Rising very lucky to still be playing this game with 11 men.
Tending to Morsu, still taking a look at Forsberg. Looks like they're running through the tests for Forsberg to see if he's going to be able to continue as Morsu's back onto his feet.
You see Jathan Irwin there hobbling a bit still, trying to get his sea legs back after going down. It's been one collision after the next here.
Yeah, Irwin looked like he kind of had that calf seize up on him a few minutes ago. He spent some time trying to stretch it back out. It's Morsu slowly making his way back to the middle. Forsberg, or Fjellberg, excuse me, it looks like his night's going to be done.
Yeah, we will see a change here, Killian, right?
And Colorado Springs is going to use their last substitution to get him off the pitch. Now JP Skierce, he's going to come on for Irwin, the injured player. Yosuke Hanya coming on for Fjellberg. Now Morsu waiting to be let back onto the pitch. He's going to be told you're going to have to wait a minute. Time continues to tick away. Have to imagine be a fair amount added on in stoppage time. Sent down Gomez right on the shoulder of Tejada. That's intercepted in that one. Knocked out, will be a throw into Colorado Springs. Skierce want to try and take it quickly. They're going to send it back the other direction. Arizona natives remind you that you have options on how to manage your bill. Find rate plan information and programs like budget billing and so much more at aps.com/let's talk. Now on the far side. Be a free kick to Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs just trying to get through in the last few minutes and wrap up this first round victory of the USL Cup. Everybody pointing every which direction. Quick throw taken to Colorado Springs. This is going to be crossed in. Smith has to get down onto a knee almost and head that one away. Dennis touches it down, and he'll send that one far too wide, right to the feet of Tejada. Mazareka one-on-one with Morsu. Dennis comes to try and assist. Ball sent to Creek. Back to Mazareka. Mazareka works to try and get around Morsu. Morsu just shoulders him off. Physical move from Morsu. 6 minutes added on. Skiers wins that header, sent down for Sacco. Sacco, he's got Arase sent through. Arase sizzles down, and he can't put it on goal. It got past Shuttler, but Arase couldn't control it.
Well, and that might be the moment for Phoenix Rising that they'll look back on and think, that was the equalizer. It's a lovely idea from Isan Sacco on this right side. Picks out Kelvin Arase's run, and Arase just can't sort his feet out. Phoenix Rising bench motioning for a penalty on that as well.
Now Pamoduka will be added to the officials' book. A yellow card for him. It's a tough angle. I do think, looking at it, I think Arase just tripped over his own feet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was any real contact killing it. I have to agree with you.
You can understand from the angle down there on the bench. It might have looked like it, but either way. Still plenty of time, though, in this match. All headed around. Creek. That one turned over. Dennis wants the ball. Played over the top, and flag is up offside on Sacco. Amadou Ka, I believe his night just ended. Head referee coming over. There's already been one yellow card issued to the bench. Well, whoever it wasn't the same person.
Yep, second yellow. To the bench, but different recipients there. Frequent flyer miles for the referee coming over to this near side.
2 bench bookings. I have to imagine one of those is for the head coach.
Yes.
Time continues to tick away as Shuttler puts a boot through this one. So now by Bennett, little 1-2. As Bennett stops in turn. Anya's on the ground. And a throw into Colorado Springs. Joe, if anything, don't know what will happen in these final few minutes, but I can imagine the one thing it will do is it's going to add a little extra zest to the championship matches coming up in the latter part of this season.
Very much so. I don't think there's any love lost at this stage between these two teams. The Morsu moment on Fjellberg right in front of Colorado Springs bench. Phoenix Rising feeling aggrieved about other calls not going their way. Plenty of moments of these two teams doing battle tonight.
Still have 2 matchups remaining, both in league play. One in Colorado and one right back here at 38th in Washington. This one headed down. Arase tried to head it back for Sacco. Biasi will put his head to that, and it rolls right out for another throw into Colorado Springs, who will slowly make their way to this ball.
Yeah, Scarce coming on really to play as this sort of target central midfielder, where he's able to use his area ability to extend plays for Rising, but Arase just not on the same page. And now the visitors can watch even more time tick off the clock.
Trying to squeeze it through Colorado Springs. Avievu hesitates as Tejada got his foot in there, and now Foster comes sliding in. Push the ball further into Rising's half. Morsu took a few too many steps. Avievu. Tejada comes in and knocks it around. Smith, long throw in. Foster first to get his head to it. All looking for Scarce, flags up offside. So seconds continue to tick away. Shetler will wait a few moments longer. We'll see if there's anything to play past the 6. Morsu, watch this roll right out. Could be the last chance for Phoenix Rising. Looking for Sacco. Unable to get there. Chip forward, Mazareka. Pelayo comes over to meet him. Lyle going to hand it off. Throw taken quickly. That's around Colin Smith. Has it over Morsu. Morsu hesitates. Morsu pressing forward. Swung over to Dennis. Dennis going to be crossing in with his right foot towards the back post. Couldn't get it to Scarce. Sacco sent back over, and it misses the goal. Kelvin Arase was right in front of the open net. It took a deflection, and this will be it.
Wow. Another huge opportunity for Phoenix Rising, and Arase on the doorstep cannot guide it home, and we've got Chituro Odunze up inside the 18.
9 bodies in the box. This one sent in. Odunze leaps up, too tall for him, and that is it. The final whistle of an exhilarating USL Cup match in Colorado Springs will take round 1 against Phoenix Rising.
A little smile there from Pamadou Khan, knowing just how close his side was to getting back into this game. A Phoenix Rising side with 4 academy kids on the field to start this match. If not for a wild concession in the first half, this game would have stayed tight all the way through. Colorado Springs picking up all 3 points in Group 2 in the USL Cup. Phoenix Rising pointless.
So 1-0 the final at full time. An exciting final 15 or 20 minutes of this one, Joe, as the young academy-laden Rising gave it their all for 90 minutes, but Colorado Springs ultimately comes away with the victory in the first matchup between these two.
Yeah, professional showing tonight from Colorado Springs. Never getting too high, never really allowing themselves to be exposed at the other end. Took advantage of their chance in the first half, happy to accept a bit of fortune, and then really shutting things down from there up until the final few minutes. Phoenix Rising just unable to put the ball past Colin Shetler.
Well, it's handshakes and high fives all around. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more quick break, and then we'll wrap things up on the Modelo post-match report. Final from Phoenix in this round 1 matchup. Colorado Springs 1, Phoenix Rising 0. We'll be right back in just a few.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans. Now, with no payments for 90 days.
Billy, I need help with a clicker.
Yeah, wait 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay, just...
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Back in Prinx Tires USL Cup 1-0, the final. Colorado Springs Switchbacks over Phoenix Rising FC. You're watching the Modelo post-match report. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry here at 38th in Washington in Phoenix. Exhilarating end to that one, Joe. This will bring you tonight's highlights from this one in a 1-0, and it was kind of an interesting first half. Not a ton of real great chances. This was the goal. So watching the highlights presented by Hill Rivers Resorts and Casinos. Foster, weird deflection. Odunze thinks it's going wide. Unable to pick it up in time, and Foster a salute to the away crowd. He has his first goal.
Yeah, ends up being the defining moment really of this game. That mistake from Jaturo Odunze getting his start tonight in the USL Cup. Can't quite make it count there, the Phoenix Rising goalkeeper.
Yeah, and then you see Gunnar Studenhoff thought that he had the equalizer in the 68th. A bit too much contact with Colin Shuttler. And then in the 84th, the second half, it just got wacky. An opportunity off the volley. Isan Sako. Pamunuka, he certainly went for it. They were trying to get the 3 points.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising unloaded the bench. 5 subs plus 1 is the make weight for the concussion sub on the other side. Isan Sako and Kelvin Arase especially connecting in the final third. Arase can't quite sort his feet out there. And then he's got this really nice last-ditch chance as well. Arase at the doorstep cannot find a way to get the ball past Colin Shuttler. Just inches that wide of the post. And Phoenix Rising dropped this one 1-0 in the cup.
A lot of opportunities, I'm sure, but a positive bright spot seeing Kelvin Arase back on and creating chances. But, of course, would have loved him to find at least one of those, give a shot at least at penalties, as here are the final stats here from tonight, even on shots and on target, but the big one, goals 1-0 in favor of the visitors. So Phoenix Rising, they will get ready and they will head on the road for their next match. They will head to Pittsburgh, but a long road trip as they get ready for that one, and a big one for Colorado Springs. It's another cup matchup, this time the U.S. Open Cup, a round of 16, an in-state battle against Colorado Rapids. So a lot will be on the line there. Well, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. This presentation of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. For my partner, Joe Lowry, my name is Killian McClatchy. Thanks for spending some of your Saturday evening with us. 1-0, Colorado Springs Switchbacks over the top of Phoenix Rising. This opening match of the group play of the USL Cup. So thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune back into our next matchup. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.